Okay. Let's see what we got here. What's it?
But it's dinner time to interrupt, and we want to play a game to interrupt.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm streaming at the moment, though, honey. Maybe let mommy know, and she can come up and talk to me, maybe.
Okay.
Okay. Thanks, baby girl. Virginia's one of the messed up ones. I really don't think it's the server, guys. If it was the server, it would be doing it on all parts of the game. If it was the server, it would be having an effect on all parts of the game, not just this one. How is this looking? How is that looking? Is it better for you guys? Can you see everything okay? Is that looking any better? I gotcha. Yeah, no, I mean, maybe you're right, Derb. I don't know. Well, this is Virginia. Wow. Okay. So first of all, thank you, Durbin, for the clue. That's weird. That's really weird. I think, well, let's see, it just cut back there just a second ago, but. No, I'm not getting freezes. Yeah, wow. That's really strange. That's really strange. I think Durbin's 100% right. I think it was the server. That's really strange. So the bigger area meant that the server couldn't handle it? That's weird. All right. Well, thanks, Derb. I appreciate it. +1, Derb. Way to go, man. Thanks for trying to help out too, Wyval. Yeah, thanks, Derb. No, I appreciate that, man. I would it's like someone saying, like when you try to troubleshoot. You ever had to do this where you try to troubleshoot some tech thing for somebody, and someone else is like, well, I mean, you know, have you like turned your monitor, one of your monitors off? And you're like, what? Why would that have anything to do with it? And then you turn your monitor off and it immediately starts working, and you're like, the hell? So, wow. All right. Thank you very much, Derb. That's awesome. That's, wow. Anyway, cool stuff. All right, we're back. In the meantime, I have absolutely no idea what's going on now. Okay.
Thank you.
It's actually time to figure out what the heck is going on. Committees of correspondence. Since the American Revolution happened in the dark days before there was an internet and even before telephones, organizing colonial opposition to the British was a little tricky. That's funny, Grand Duke. Yeah, thanks, Derb. I appreciate it, man. I don't want to make you cry, but these clowns didn't even have dial-up. The solution was to send out riders bearing letters to inform colonists and others of what was going on. These became known as committees of correspondence. Yeah, exactly, Wyval, exactly. And other games, too, like Mass Effect 3 had no problem with this either. I don't know. And Mass Effect 3 was the same year, so I don't get it. Anyway. Yeah, sorry, Wyval. Maybe try changing servers. It worked for me. It's bizarre. The solution was to send out riders bearing letters to inform colonists in other areas what was going on. These became known as committees of correspondence. Correspondence being a fancy name for letters. If you did not know this, I'm amazed you can read this far. Actually, I'm amazed you can read this far. Samuel Adams created one of the first committees of correspondence in Boston in 1772. In particular, he wanted to keep people outside of Boston informed about town meetings, so the governor couldn't invite only his friends to meetings. That was less a meeting, more a dinner party. Perhaps unsurprisingly, Adams' committee worked so well that everyone started doing it. Eventually, all the colonies had their own committees focused on presenting a united front against British-imposed taxes and supporting boycotts of British goods. Really, Adams should have patented the idea. He would have made a fortune. Okay. And Benjamin Franklin. That's all I did. I changed the server. That's all I did. It was Durbin's suggestion, because I guess it happened to him on his stream last night. So I just changed it from New York to Virginia, and yeah. That's really weird. Benjamin Franklin was a renowned inventor, diplomat, and one of the signers of the Declaration of Independence. Translation, he was a rock star of the age. Benjamin Franklin was born in Boston in 1706, the 10th son of a soap maker. 10 sons. I guess his parents couldn't afford a television. And also, there was no television. He began working for his brother in 1718 as an apprentice printer. However, their relationship was rocky, particularly after the elder Franklin found out the young Benjamin had been writing for the paper under a pseudonym, Silence Dogood, and writing an extremely popular column at that. Human nature being what it is, the fact that the column was popular was probably the bigger problem. Benjamin ran away in 1723 and headed for Philadelphia, where he continued his career in printing and writing, and eventually buying the Pennsylvania Gazette. The business, I mean, not just a copy. Thank you for the water. Thank you very much.
Do you want cheese?
Yes. This is my delicious dinner that's being delivered, chat. All right, wait. Let me so here you're going to watch. So Senevine, my daughter, is going to put cheese. See here. So she's putting cheese on my dinner because that's what she's all about. See? All right, here we go. Yeah, on here. Yeah.
Okay.
And a little more. Perfect. Thank you, my love.
You're welcome.
Twitch has room service. That's it. That's cute. Your daughter's the cheesiest person I've ever met. Let's see what this is, actually. For one thing, it's hot. It's chicken risotto. Okay. Let's see. Franklin had yeah, I mean, you're right, Derb. I'm really surprised. Franklin had talent for persuasion that made him an ideal diplomat. In 1757, he went to London to represent Pennsylvania in an ongoing legal battle with the Penn family. It was the first of several extended political trips to Britain, and he would act as the state representative for Massachusetts, Georgia, and New Jersey as well. In fact, Franklin was in Europe for most of the Revolution, though he was in the colonies to help with the writing of the Declaration of Independence. Franklin was a vocal opponent of British impositions on the colonies, like the Stamp Act, and although he first fought for the rights of colonists as British citizens, he eventually became convinced, like many of the Founding Fathers, that independence was the only real solution. Unfortunately, Franklin's change of heart made him clash with his son, William, who served as the royal governor of New Jersey. William remained an active loyalist. The father and son never spoke again. When he wasn't founding a new nation and of destroying his family in the process, Franklin was a scientist, inventing things like bifocals and more efficient wood stoves, and he wasn't mapping the Gulf Stream and discovering how electricity worked. What have you done today? Made yourself a microwave meal and sat about in your underwear? Oh, well done, you. He was also quite the lady killer. Jesus, this guy, carrying on several friendships with women while he was in Europe. The records don't say exactly what they saw in him, certainly not his looks. Maybe women like a man is intelligent. If that was true, I wouldn't be here. I'd be in Portugal surrounded by them, and you'd be looking at a black screen. In case you guys want to see what I'm eating. Oh, yeah. Ow, that's hot. Little risotto. Little Caesar salad. Wait. No, there's more stuff there that I hadn't looked at. Recent entries. Faneuil Hall! I've been in Faneuil Hall, IRL. Don't let the French spelling confuse you. The name of this building is pronounced Faneuil or Fanel. Getting it wrong is a good way to indicate you're not from around here. It's also a great way of proving you're not French, which in my experience is a real boon. Also, if you want to pass as a local, you should take a good look at the weather vane. It's a Boston landmark. Legend has it that in the War of 1812, suspected spies were asked what was on top of Faneuil Hall. Only a true local would be able to say it was a grasshopper. The building was named after Peter Faneuil, the local merchant who paid to build it. It was meant as a place for local farmers to sell their goods so their carts would stop crowding the streets, and also so you didn't have to walk near farmers. However, it's the meeting hall on the second floor which gives the building its nickname, the Cradle of Liberty. That's rather ostentatious, and dare I say American as a nickname, but it's not inaccurate. People met here to protest the Stamp Act. The first anti-tea tax meetings were also held here. Anti-British meetings occasionally drew crowds so large the building couldn't even hold them, at which point they all went to the Old South Meeting Hall. During the Siege of Boston, the meeting hall here was made over into a theater. Since plays of any kind were banned in Boston under ordinary circumstances, something I think should still be a law actually, this is yet another example of the British loyalists sticking it to the rebels. And the old State House. This building housed the Massachusetts government from 1713 to 1798. Before the Revolution, that would have meant the governor, his advisors, and the elected assembly. Let's see. Of course, by elected, I mean elected by white property owners, since they were the only people that had a right to vote. The assembly also had rather limited power. The governor had a veto over anything they decided, and on occasion dissolved the assembly when they didn't vote his way. Less a governor, more a dictator. In 1767, a gallery was installed above the meeting floor here so the general public could watch their legislature at work. This was a very novel idea at the time. Of course, some of the representatives probably regretted the decision later when crowds used the area to heckle those who voted pro-British. Then again, perhaps that was the point all along. The government moved out of the business to a bigger space in 1798, and the old building was turned over to merchants, including a wine cellar and a wig maker, making it the colonial equivalent of a shopping mall, though one that mainly dealt in wine and wigs. Alrighty. Now we're caught up.
The Boston Weekly Advertiser, a penny to stay informed.
I think this is the general store. What's up, Crip? Good to see you, man. Buy a sword and a pistol? Gladly.
Mein Herr would like...
A normal sword used to settle matters quickly and effectively when close combat occurs. Its noiseless approach makes it reliable under any weather conditions, especially when black powder is dripping wet and unusable. The guard is wide and protects the wielder's hand. Sometimes it may also be used to punch the opponent. Done. Okay. And firearms. Flintlock pistol. Better accuracy at short range, thus less powerful than the musket. It's more comfortable in a fight than on a battlefield and easier to wield, offering more versatility. Because of the time it takes to reload after every single shot, many people will carry 2 or more pistols at the same time. Try crafting a pistol sheath with 2 holsters to add and carry a second pistol. Wow, that was 2,000 right there. Yeah, thanks a lot, Optic. See you soon, man. Stab and blast. Alright. Wait, don't I need to equip... How do I equip things? Oh, how do I...
To business.
No. No. I guess we'll know how to equip it elsewhere or something. Alright, Lee.
Lieutenant Colonel Washington and Indian...
We ride for the Green Dragon Tavern. The proprietors are eccentric, but the rooms are spacious and they do not pry.
Have you been told why it is I've come to Boston?
No, Master Birch said I should know only as much as you saw fit to share. He sent me a list of names and bade me ensure you could find them.
And have you had any luck with that?
Aye. William Johnson waits for us at the Green Dragon.
How well do you know him?
Not well, but he saw the order's mark and did not hesitate to come.
Prove yourself loyal to our cause. And you may yet know our
And my
plans
delay is
well.
much less, really?
I should
Awesome.
like nothing more,
Wow, maybe
sir.
I should have switched over before. I was just using the New York server because, you know, I'm in New York. But clearly I shouldn't have done that. Looks promising.
Whoa.
The Animus. The Green Dragon. It's auto-equipped? Oh, okay. Cool, cool. Thanks, Bill. This tavern is sometimes called the headquarters of the revolution, though I imagine what it is, they pronounce it headquarters of the revolution, because overthrowing the government in a pub is thirsty work. It was a popular place for people like Paul Revere and Samuel Adams to sit with their friends and plot. Up until 1754, the tavern was owned by William Douglas. When he died, his property was left to his daughter, Catherine Kerr, and his nephew, Cornelius Douglas. They divided their inheritance equally, and it seems got along famously. Yeah, that's cool, Wyval. I'm looking forward to it, as long as it's actually going to run, so... The Freemasons bought the tavern in 1766 and renamed it the Freemasons' Arms, which didn't actually stick because the sign above the door was still the Green Dragon. Freemasons, the secret society everyone knows about. Let's get a pub where you can meet in complete secret no one will know. Brilliant! What shall we call it? How about the Freemason's arms? Legend has it that Paul Revere's ride was planned here, but that's unlikely. By 1774, Revere had been warned that the British were listening in on his meetings and had therefore stopped making super-secret plans in public where anyone could hear them. Someone tell the Masons you know where to find them. New weapon available. Chase the Almanac page. I want to leave the Animus so I can check email. Alright, here I am.
Yes? Just thought I'd, say hi.
You have more important things to do right now.
Jesus, Dad.
What? What?
Wait, I cut you off, Dad.
Yes? Just thought I'd, say hi.
You have more important things to do right now.
Jesus, Dad.
What? What do you want me to say?
I don't know. Hi, son. How are you? What have you been up to?
I know what you've been up to. Nothing. You wasted away in some shitty apartment with a pointless job, while the rest of us
Whoa.
were out there fighting to make a difference.
You are such an asshole. Are you thinking about hitting me again? Because this time, I will hit back.
These guys have such a lovely relationship. Where's my email?
Would you look at that?
What is it?
If I had to guess, I would say it's a counter.
Oh, really, Weibel?
And judging from the iconography, I think it's safe to say when that's emptied, the end begins. Honest answer, please, Desmond. Do you think we're getting out of this alive?
I don't know. I mean, it's a pretty tall order. If the first Civ couldn't save the world, how the hell are we supposed to swing it?
We have some time.
We have less than 2 months. They had decades and a lot more resources. And the worst part is we knew this was coming for, what, hundreds of years?
History repeats, it seems. The first Civ was so busy with their war against us, no one even noticed what was happening. We get advance warning and then fall to fighting with the Templars.
Accelerated
Lovely.
climate change.
Hopefully, whatever's behind that door will make a difference.
And if it doesn't, well, at least we tried.
Lovely. Very uplifting, very uplifting, Sean. Alright, I need to check email. It's true. Where is my email? Where is my Whoa, poppin'. I guess it's not really poppin'. Alright, I assume over here is where all the email stuff is. Let me talk to What's-Her-Face first.
What are you working on?
Lots of different stuff. If you're going into the field, we need a way to keep tabs on you and stay in touch. Hacking into local security systems won't cut it.
Thanks.
For what?
I don't know. Everything. You've sacrificed a lot for me. You and Sean both. I mean, you upgraded the Animus, you helped train me, pulled me out of that coma. You put all that work into the database, helped me solve Clay's puzzles. I know I haven't been the easiest person to work with, and I'm sorry for that. I just want you to know that even if
Wow,
I'm
it's a
shitty at
lifetime
showing it,
moment.
I appreciate everything you've done.
She's like, whatever.
You really think we'll finally get some answers down here?
Where's my email?
Maybe. Talking to the first Civ has always been a pain in the ass, though.
Imagine what it must be like for them.
What do you mean?
They've been separated from us by tens of thousands of years. A completely different language and culture.
possessed of an intelligence vastly superior to our own. We're lucky they've communicated as much as they have.
I don't know why they had to make this all so complicated. I mean, if they need something from me, they should just come out and say it.
I've been wondering about that myself. I get the sense Juno and Minerva didn't exactly see eye to eye. I'm studying everything I can get my hands on, but maybe you'll find something down here that can shed light on the mystery. What happened between them, and why?
Okay, for real. Where is my email?
What do you think's behind
Oh
that
God,
door?
stop. I don't care.
No idea.
How do I access my email? Is that how? Okay, there we go. Never mind. Okay. Heyo, a little bit of downtime while you were gone, so figured I'd do what I can to upgrade the operating system. It's already been ready for a little while now, but with the Animus in safe mode, it wasn't about to try installation. Things I did actually should be we, since I had a few people in the other cells chip in. Modifications to the targeting system, you should be able to move in and out of combat more easily. Free running improvements, you're less... I like how these patch notes are actually patch notes like game notes from Ubi, basically. Free running improvements, you're less likely to jump at the wrong time in the wrong direction. Only one input for interacting with the world. No more choosing between parts of your ancestor's body. You can assassinate while moving now. Definitely try it out ASAP. You can pick up weapons on the go as well. We implemented a weather system. Rain, snow, wind, it's all there. Animals, enough said. Faster fast travel. Just open your map. You can instantly travel to any unlocked fast travel station. Revamped the map. It now provides lots of additional information. You've got more control of what it shows. There's a ton of other stuff. Your dad is yelling at me to get back to work, so I'll better wrap this up. I'll hit you up on the other side as you come across new features. Sean Hastings database. First of all, welcome back. It's good to see you fully recovered. Can't imagine what it was like for you trapped in there. If you ever want to chat about it, you just let me know. Anyway, you'll find the database essentially unchanged aside from a few cosmetic upgrades. As before, you'll receive a notification when I've added a new entry. I'll also let you know if any of the entries are updated, as is often the case when dealing with these conspiratorial ancestors of yours. William Miles, I know it's easy to get distracted while inside the Animus, but I'm hoping everyone can stay focused here. We need to find that key as soon as possible. Also, do not go exploring the temple without first clearing it with me, and carry your headsets with you at all times. Can't afford to lose anyone because curiosity got the better of them. We're short-handed as is. Sean Hastings, balls. We've got a visitor down here. It's Juno. She's been appearing every now and then. Sort of flits through the air, reminds us to guard you well, find the key, blah blah, and then poof, disappears. At first we thought it was just another holographic recording, but then your father called her some rather choice words and she glared at him. Honest, swiveled those eyes in his direction and frowned. Creeped me out. I don't know if she's reaching out to us from the past, if some part of her is actually still conscious, or if maybe she's inside the apple like some evil genie. Whatever it is, gives me the creeps. And on that note, happy Halloween. And last, Hatham's Amulet. Though I suppose Hatham's Amulet is technically a piece of Eden, it's not particularly exciting. It functions as a key, and well, that's about it. I know, we're all used to these things being incredibly powerful and thus rather dangerous, but this one is neither. Is it weird I'm disappointed? That said, it's still critical to our mission, so I suppose that counts for something. Okay. Now I think I'm caught up on everything. So let's get back in here. There it is. Almanac piece.
You best get down immediately.
Or what, punk?
Back on. Any last words?
Ow. Oh. Stop hitting me. Woo. That was a little crazy.
You come back here, you man! I'm leaving. Get home! Get home!
And that's that.
Yeah, that's the idea! Send them home in boxes!
British may have been coming, but they were then going too. Alright. Now back to normal. So that almanac page, man. Seems like that's going to be a big pain. Are you sure you want to travel to underground Boston? I guess. I'm never actually sure. Is this like a dungeon? Like a secondary side mission type thing? Can't open it with your left hand, huh? Really? Why ball? They're tunnels, you can explore them. Okay. Used for fast travel. Alright. All of a sudden, spiders. Why did it have to be spiders? Do these torches stay lit, or do I have to relight them every time? Oh yeah. Buckle down and bought some games. Don't sound so disappointed, Adam. That's really useful. Nope. Rest in peace, money. Yes, but long live fun, right? That's the key. Long live fun. I keep expecting to see Killer Croc show up. Whoops. Oh, yeah. Long live regret, yeah. This game's worse than Skyrim when it comes to when it comes to alt tabbing. It's really, really infuriating. Like, it's just like, come on, man. Windowed mode. Learn to use it. And that's not right either. There you go. A dead end. No, it wasn't a crash. I know, Slenderman in the tunnels, right, Snip? No, it's not a crash. I was just trying to set something up. Oh, yeah, for sure. I've also had people, like, I know one guy who did that based upon having a, he had, like, a tablet that he could keep separate, and he followed chat on his tablet, basically. Sounds promising. Whoa, what is this? Okay, I guess I did it. Alright, so that opens something up, and what is this? Animus database. 1. Concerning God and religion. A Mason is obliged by his tenure to understand all circumstances, obey and balance the moral law, and if he rightly understands the art, he will never be a stupid atheist nor an irreligious libertine. But though in ancient times Masons were charged in every country the globe over to be of the religion of that country or nation, whatever it was, yet 'tis now thought more expedient only to oblige them to that religion in which all men agree, leaving their particular opinions themselves. That is, to be good men and true, or men of honor and honesty, by whatever denominations or persuasions, be it Christianity of the West or Buddhism of the East, they may be distinguished, whereby Masonry becomes a center of union and the means of conciliating true friendship among persons that must have remained at a perpetual distance. Okay. Oh, this is totally an Illuminati thing, for sure. Grenadiers. Grenadiers are originally the soldiers in charge of throwing grenades, hence the name. They are chosen for being tall, muscular, and fearless. Not only do they need the strength to throw grenades far enough to actually injure the enemy, they had to be brave or stupid enough to stay in the front lines of battle to do it. Grenadiers were also called upon to be fast, effective assault troops, helping with things like storming breaches during sieges. You know, all the standard easy jobs that are likely to get you killed. By the mid-18th century, grenades had fallen out of favor, but grenadiers were still regarded as elite regiments called on to guard the right flank of their battalions, and still to do all the other dangerous work they'd gotten a reputation for. An interesting note on the hats. They were made high and narrow so that as not to get in the way while you were throwing grenades, which is a good feature to have. Eventually, the mitre hat became part of the standard dress uniform in numerous armies. I didn't know that. It's also possible Grenadiers just really dig the idea of looking like the Pope. History is mute on that point. Oh, really, Jedi? That's funny. I completely brute forced that entry. That's funny. Okay, now I know. Alright, well, let's check out what's up here then. Hints about open the device or hidden in the text. Alright, cool. Okay. Well, that's a guy that I can chat with over there.
Hello again.
More almanac pages?
Well, not quite. It's a treatise, actually.
Oh? Concerning what?
This guy's like the Da Vinci of this game.
The benefits of taking an older woman as a lover.
Really? This I'd like to hear.
First and most obvious, they're wiser. And so this makes for far more stimulating conversation. Makes other things more stimulating as well, but more on that in a moment.
Ben Franklin, the
All
player.
right. Your argument for experience makes some sense.
Second, when beauty fades, women must improve their utility, lest they be discarded and forgotten. Rare is an old woman who is not also kind, compassionate, and good.
That's something of a generalization.
But also true. Now, on to the third. Older women cannot conceive, which means one less thing over which to fret. In fact, you also decrease the chance of acquiring something like the French pox, its presence clearly visible, or the woman dead.
And should one desire a child?
Then make a young woman your wife. Let the older one be a mistress. And that brings me to my fourth point.
He really is, Jedi.
With age comes prudence. An older woman is less likely to reveal your indiscretions.
Yes. I suppose you know quite a bit about that.
And proud of it, thank you. As to the fifth reason, because in every animal that walks upright, the deficiency of the fluids that fill the muscles appears first in the highest part. The face first grows lank and wrinkled, then the neck, then the breast and arms. The lower parts continuing to the last as plump as ever, so that covering all above with a basket, and regarding only what is below the girdle, it is impossible of two women to know an old from a young one. And as in the dark all cats are gray, the pleasure of corporal enjoyment with an old woman is at least equal and frequently superior.
This is troubling.
Every knack being by practice capable of improvement.
You mad bastard.
Well, it's true, and believe me, I should know. I've sampled a great many. You should try one as well. Like a fine wine, they only improve with age. Although I suppose if left unattended too long, some have a tendency to sour. And that, my friend, is a most unpleasant experience. Better to work in a field often plowed, you know?
Wow.
Is there more?
Benjamin Franklin.
Indeed, indeed. The sixth is this. The sin is less. To take a maidenhead is a great responsibility. Mishandled, it can ruin lives. No such risk with an older woman. And this implies the seventh.
I hope you guys are
Younger
taking
women
notes.
Are more given to compunction. Anxiety and unease are not present in the more aged and experienced. And as to the last of my reasons, well, it's really quite simple. Older women are so very grateful for the attention.
You make a compelling argument, Mr. Franklin. I might just have to run a few tests myself.
I highly recommend it.
Wow. That information, though.
Mein Herr would like...
Ah, here we go. French rapier, like cavalry saber, hanger sword, French cutlass, cutto sword. All things I don't have anywhere close to the amount of money to get. How about firearms? Still just the pistol. And a cartridge. And smoke bombs. I should probably get one of those. Alright, on we go. Okay. Still getting all the controls down. I don't know why I'm running after that guy, but I am. Come back, whoever you are.
Come and I'll provide satisfaction.
Pycroft, leave me be! Keep back! Away, damn you!
Give me some money. I got flax, I got toy dolls. Get out of here. Thanks for the weapon. Oh gosh, forget it then.
It is reported that Lieutenant Colonel Washington has surrendered.
All these icons, like this mail and stuff.
Thank you.
Okay, I delivered the letters in Boston. More letters to deliver, though. Why go around when you can just swim across?
Thank you.
Second letter. Excuse me. Third letter incoming. I am faster than the post office. I am the on-time machine. The early post office was just this dude.
Thank you.
No problem. Alright, I got one more letter to deliver. I think it's over this way is where the last letter is. At least I hope so. Actually, I don't know for sure. Where's that last letter? Oh, no, I'm completely wrong. My bad. Let's do it. Oh, nice. The marker shows up on there, too. That's cool. Not just on the mini-map, but actually in, like, straight up. In the HUD, as it were. Okay. There's Faneuil Hall.
Have you lost us?
Wait, I haven't petted a dog yet. You come here. Good dog.
Hello, good people. City's advocates. This Friday sundown at the...
Old meeting house, huh? The bells in this church rang out in the hours leading up to the Boston Massacre, as crowds were gathering to taunt the soldiers in front of the State House. In Boston at the time, church bells were rung when there was a fire, so people ran into the streets to see what was happening. That swelled the crowd, making tensions between the people and the British soldiers that much worse. It ended, of course, with the soldiers firing into the crowd, killing 5 people. And this concludes our lesson on how church bells could be used to incite riots in colonial America. There he is.
Thank you.
Oh yeah, 500 smackers. Done. All right. Yeah, I try, Snip. I try. Orphans will attract attention, slow your movement, give them a few coins to continue undisturbed. Or just run like mad from them. The orphans like the new bards of this game, or the new minstrels, whatever they are. Oh, an almanac page.
In today's one-penny Boston Country Journal.
Sounds like these almanac pages are going to be an absolute pain. Oh no. Excuse me. Ah. This almanac page thing, man. Ridiculous. What's up, Arsenal Jordan? Welcome into the stream. Oh, you think so? It's the best? Well, I hope so. We are going to find out whether I find it the same way. No. Whoa. Zoom in, zoom in, zoom in, zoom in. Okay. That's what I was looking for. And in we go.
You lying, cheating, no good son of a bitch.
Perhaps we've come at a bad time.
Oh, don't be foolish, dearies. Please, sit. Fancy something to eat? A drink, perhaps? Or is it a bed you require?
We've already let rooms here.
Oh, yes. Of course. Masters Lee and Kenway, was it? I'll have your bags brought up. Do you require anything further?
Only privacy.
In other words, GTFO. Let's follow Charles Lee.
Sir, William Johnson.
A pleasure. A good lad, if a bit earnest. I'm told you're putting together an expedition.
We believe there's a precursor site in the region. I require your knowledge of the land and its people to find it.
Sadly, my research has been stolen. Without it, I'm of no use to you.
Well, of course not.
Then we'll find it. Do you have any leads?
My associate, Thomas Hickey, has been making the rounds. He's quite good at loosening tongues.
Well, tell me where I can find him. I'll see if I can't speed things up.
We've heard rumors of bandits operating from a compound southwest of here. You'll likely find him there.
Charles?
Sir.
We'd best be off.
Of course.
All right, William Johnson. William Johnson was a land speculator and Britain's principal treaty negotiator with the indigenous peoples in the northern part of the colonies, particularly the Iroquois. Johnson was born in Ireland but moved to the colonies in 1738 to look after his uncle's property in the Mohawk River. However, it wasn't long before Johnson branched out into business for himself, acquiring property on the opposite side of the river and setting up a sawmill and trading post, which he named Mount Johnson, which to me always sounds like mating instructions for a caveman. In 1743, he moved to an even larger parcel of land, which he named Fort Johnson. He may have been an excellent businessman, but it's possible he lacked an imagination. Johnson befriended the indigenous peoples in the area, particularly the Kanien'kehá:ka, whose language he learned. His respect for their customs helped him rise to prominence as liaison between the Iroquois people and the British government. Johnson was named Superintendent of Indian Affairs in 1756. As a contact who knows the land and its people, he's probably the best you'll find. And Thomas Hickey was an Irish-born member of the British Army. He arrived in Boston in 1752, but it wasn't long before he was assigned to William Johnson's personal guard, apparently at Johnson's request. Possibly because their families were connected in Ireland, or maybe he found the name Hickey funny. The record isn't clear. Hickey served under Johnson during the French and Indian War, but then he left the army after being written up several times for disorderly conduct. After 1760, Hickey disappears in the historical record for several years. I do, however, have several mentions in William Johnson's household accounts of payments made to T.H. It's possible Hickey was working for him as a spy. If so, he should really develop some tougher codes to crack. Okay. What's that thing out there? What does that be? Interesting. All right. You have nothing to say, right?
Tell me about yourself, William.
What's to tell? I was born in Ireland to Catholic parents, which I learnt early in life severely limited my opportunities. So I converted to Protestantism and journeyed here at the behest of my uncle. But I fear my uncle Peter was not the swiftest of men. He sought to open trade with the Conyan Gahaga, but chose to build his settlement away from the trade routes instead of on them. I tried to reason with the man, but as I said, not the swiftest. So,
hey Lakota, what's up, man?
Money I'd earned, and bought my own little plot of land. I built a home, a farm, a store, and a mill. Humble beginnings, but well situated, which made all the difference.
Good to see you,
Lakota.
Lakota.
How you came to know the Mohawk?
Indeed, and it has proved a valuable relationship.
But still no mention from your contacts of the precursor site? No hidden temple or ancient constructs?
Yes and no. Which is to say, they have their fair share of sacred sites. Earthen mounds, forest clearings, hidden caves. But nothing matching what you describe. No strange metals. No odd glows.
It is well hidden.
Even to them, it seems. But cheer up, my friend. You'll have your precursor treasure. I swear it.
To our success, then.
And soon.
All right. And let's head downstairs and out, and let's find out what's going on here. What have we here? Who the heck are you? Johnson's errand.
Thomas Hickey?
Who's asking?
Haytham Kenway.
Is that supposed to mean something?
Show some respect, boy.
Peace, Charles. William Johnson sent us in the hopes we might expedite your search.
Don't need no expediting. Don't need none of your fancy London speak neither. I found the men that done the theft.
Then why are you just lazing around?
Figuring out how to deal with those varlets.
I have an idea.
Well, let's hear it.
I'll kill the lookout. Take up a position behind the guards. You two approach from the front. When I open fire on the group, you charge in. We'll have the element of surprise on our side. Half will fall before they've even realized what's happened. Get into position. But wait for me to take the first shot.
That's kind of cool. Okay.
Clear off.
Go on now, before you make us mad.
You two, clear off.
Whoops. Not bad.
You two, clear off.
Reloaded.
So much for the element of surprise.
Reinforcements!
This is not how I was supposed to do it.
Muskets, and you won't have to reload.
That didn't work out quite as planned.
Fall back! Fall back! We'll be safe inside!
Yeah, I don't totally have all the
What
controls
now?
down yet.
We can blow the door with those. Go on, shoot them.
How do I... Still don't understand. How do I reload the... What? How do I activate the gun? How do I activate the gun? Controls. That's completely unhelpful. I am holding left trigger. What? Okay. Oh, there we go. No. What? Stop punching your fist. I don't understand. What? What is going on? Press left trigger to aim. That's what I'm doing. Oh, you know what? I don't have left trigger. Wait, is it not going to let me do it then? He only pulls it out to shoot. Yeah, but it's not... Okay. So how do I... I don't understand. How do I... Isn't that aiming? Oh, I see, I see.
On with the show then. Guess they wasn't so safe inside after all.
I got it. It's still a little bit clunky, I feel like, but...
Save your looting for after we found Johnson's research.
Shut up,
Yes,
Charles.
master.
Do what I want. I want to pick up your body. No, I don't overthink things. I just follow the instructions. And when the instructions are not properly sort of laid out.
Lay down your weapons, and I'll consider letting you live.
Robin
I
Hood,
make
what's
you
up, man?
the same offer. We've no quarrel. I only wish to return this chest to its rightful owner.
Nothing rightful about Mr. Johnson.
I won't ask again.
Agreed.
The hell? Weapons. I don't really know what happened there, but okay. Good to see you. How you
Your
been, Robin?
kind has no
Been
need
a little
for
while
books
since I've
and
seen you.
maps. Who put you up to this?
Never seen a person. It's always been dead drops and letters. But they always pay, so we do the jobs.
Well, those days are done. Tell your masters I said as much.
Who should I say you are?
You don't? They'll know.
Atham, this one's got some shot on him. You might want to be grabbing it on account of your pistol being parched.
Oh, is that what happened?
A
I
shame
ran out of
so
armor.
many
Ran out
had
of
to
ammo.
die.
Aye. Terrible tragedy, that. Back to the Green Dragon, then. I need a drink. Careful, gents. We've company.
Don't let go of the chest, Charles. We'll take care of this rabble.
Ow.
A little help, please.
Wait, them bodies is sure to have loot on them. Would be a shame to let it all go to waste.
Are you mad? In case you've forgotten, we're in the midst.
Ah, that could be. I mean, I use the controller that'll play Assassin's Creed 2 also.
Bully boys don't like our men on their patch. We was run from one to the next, all that long road that no government.
Look there.
Badges running around all up with his shovel.
Oh. Wow. Faster. Reload. Reload.
Whatever's in this chest is worth it.
Come on now. It's just a few fools with knives. They ain't so tough.
It's not the scoundrels I'm concerned with.
Whoops. Still.
Look at those badgers running around all up with his shovel.
Reload, reload. One more. Hurry it up. Ow. Reload, reload, reload! Ow.
That seems to be the last of them.
Whew.
Oi! Mr. Johnson's gonna need to double my pay after all this if he expects me to keep at his side.
I wouldn't have any idea, Robin, but it's possible. I think I got him back.
There you are.
My thanks, Master Kenway. Now, tell me what it is you need.
The images on this amulet, are they familiar to you? Perhaps one of the tribes has shown you something similar.
It appears Kanyan Gahaga in origin.
Can you trace it to a specific location? I need to know where it came from.
With my research returned, perhaps. Let me see what I can do. Thomas!
What?
Rent yourself a room. And a bath as well. I suspect we'll be here for a while.
Don't particularly trust Hickey, just saying. Full synchronization. Oh yeah. I'll at least see what that thing is out there. Want to go a little faster, please. Want to walk out a little faster.
They will take his toys.
Oh my god. This stupid jump button. By the time I figure out what it is, it's lost. That almanac thing is going to be an irritant, I can see, most of the game. True, Robin Hood, true. You make a good point. Man alive, man. What's up, Charles? Next on the list.
Evening, gentlemen.
Charming.
Oh, peace, Charles. He'll grow on you.
Oi! Catherine, you fussock! Get back here! Taddy needs a drink.
How fares the search?
Maths and maps are not cutting it.
What of your local contacts?
You'll need to earn their trust before they'll share what they know.
I have an idea on how we might be affecting that. There's a man who's taken to enslaving natives. Rescue them, and they'll owe us.
Do you know where they're being held?
Afraid not.
Benjamin Churchwill. He's a finder and a fixer. He's also on your list.
And there I was, wondering whom I might solicit next. Well done.
I just stalked you.
Whispers of things. Nothing solid at the moment. I know you're looking for word of anything out of the ordinary. Dealing with temples and spirits and ancient times and whatnot. But, so far, can't say my boys have heard much.
No trinkets or artifacts being moved through your Shadow market?
Nothing new.
Absolutely,
Couple
Robin.
ill-gotten weapons, some jewelry likely lifted from a living thing. But you said to listen for talk of glows and ums and strange sights, right? And I ain't heard nothing about that.
Keep at it.
Oh, I will. You done me a great service, mister. And I fully intend to repay my debt. Thricefold, if it pleases.
Thank you, Thomas.
Place to sleep and meal to eat is thanks enough. Don't you worry. I'll get you sorted soon.
Okay.
Do you like it here, Charles?
There's a certain charm to Boston, I suppose. To all of the colonies, really. Granted, their cities have none of London's sophistication or splendor, but the people are earnest and hardworking. They've a pioneer spirit I find compelling.
It's quite something, really, watching a place that's finally found its feet.
Has it, though? The French still wage war from up north, and I fear the Spanish have designs upon this place as well. Is this a new world, or just another battlefield?
Ah, that's a story old as time itself, and one that's not like to change. We're cruel and desperate creatures, set in our conquering ways. The Saxons and the Franks.
Welcome back, Lord. So did I.
Safavids.
Yes, I did manage to
could
get
go
the
on
frame
for
rate
hours.
issues fixed.
The whole of human history is but a series of conflicts and subjugations. A desire for more and more and more.
I pray one day we rise above it.
Whilst you pray, I'll act. We'll see who finds success first, hmm?
It was an expression.
Aye, and a dangerous one. Words have power. Wield them wisely.
He's lighten up, Francis.
This business with Silas confuses me. If Britain stands any chance of pushing back the French, they must ally with the natives, not enslave them.
Silas is loyal only to his purse. That his actions harm the crown is irrelevant. So long as there are buyers for his product, he'll continue to procure it.
All the more reason to stop him, then.
My days are spent in Congress with the locals, attempting to convince them that we're the ones they should trust. That the French are merely using them as tools, to be abandoned once they've won.
Your words must lose their strength when held against the reality of Silas' actions.
I've tried to explain that he does not represent us. But he wears the red coat. He commands a fort. I must appear to them either a liar or a fool. Likely both.
Take heart, brother. When we deliver them his head, they'll know your words were true.
All right. So it's time to go stop Silas and get him to stop enslaving the natives. I think that seems like a great idea. All in favor of stopping the slavery. Church residence. This house was built in 1707 by a prominent local merchant named Robert Califf. Benjamin Church bought it from his heirs to use as a Boston residence. Church's practice is on Newbury Street, a fairly short walk away, so the house was in an ideal location. It's also in a nice part of town. Even in colonial Boston, two-story houses with fenced-in gardens don't come cheap, and they didn't even get cable. Actually, given the location, it seems that Church's practice was doing very well indeed. That or he had another source of revenue. I'll bet he did. Alright, the surgeon.
Wonderful. Charles? Sir? Seems like we're not the only ones looking for Mr. Church.
Charles not
Could
messing
be
around.
anywhere. What do we do?
We find him.
I'll show you how.
I feel like this Charles guy is a little sketchy.
Lieutenant Colonel George Washington has led troops in an attack on the French. The French have protested to our king and diplomatic negotiations.
All right, who the heck is Benjamin Church? Benjamin Church was a talented physician and essentially the first Surgeon General of the U.S. Army. Church was born in Rhode Island and graduated from Harvard University in 1754, so you're meeting him here just out of college. He'll be appointed head of the medical wing of the Continental Army in 1775, but for God's sake, don't tell him, it'll go straight to his head. Church goes on to become a vocal patriot, which makes him sound like a member of a weird barbershop quartet. But he was a member of the Sons of Liberty in his local committee of correspondence. He'll even speak at the 3rd anniversary of the Boston Massacre. He's also got a house in a very nice part of town. Being a doctor must pay well. Right out of college. That guy's like 21? Really? Yeah, exactly, Twisted. Exactly.
Underway.
Should we write his family, do you think?
Not our business to meddle, even if we've the best of intentions.
But if you could have seen it, they
That's the sign indicates your enemy's detection or investigation state.
during the day, no less.
This site fills yellow means the target's suspicious, and it's filled, the marker beater becomes red, and they start an investigation. Move between two civilians to blend with them. Okay.
Another mercenary. The Reverend Julius Foster.
Scandalous behavior from one who aims to be a surgeon. Not likely if he keeps up such carousing.
Truly a shameful display. Benjamin's parents would be mortified.
Perhaps I should send someone to retrieve him before he damages his reputation beyond repair.
A little bit, Thorg, yeah.
They stumbled off to the northeast, no doubt in search of a tavern or some other place of ill repute.
Start questioning those on the street. I'm headed for higher ground.
Okay, up onto the road. I mean, up onto the roof. The road. Up onto the roof. Oh, man. These buildings are too far apart. Okay, I didn't really mean to do that. I was planning to steal, not punch him in the back, but I guess that was not quite what was intended there. Yeah, I know, right? Oop, South Meeting House. Another wooden church, this time with a bell in the steeple. Samuel Adams' father, also named Samuel Adams, was one of the founding members. I'm surprised it wasn't torn down for firewood during the siege, but I guess its members just hadn't angered the British enough for that. It's conveniently named so you won't mistake it for the old South Meeting House where all the important events happen. Simple as best. I'm describing the naming system, I'm not describing you. This is 1750-something, I want to say. I should have looked more carefully, but I think that's what it was. Yeah, I don't actually remember exactly what year it is. But he said it was shortly after the guy got out of Harvard, and it was a 1750-something, so... upcoming, the coolest part of every Assassin's Creed for me. The coolest part ever. Yeah. Never gets old. Always awesome.
Learn to take a listen. With luck, one of those people knows what became of Benjamin.
Okay. Leap of faith! Wow. Those leap of faiths are so good.
Following a recent spate of accidents, a new bylaw will enforce annual route.
I know, exactly. Exactly, it really does. Wait.
I've asked the priors, but it...
Whoopsie! Oh man. Damn. I thought I was going to be able to catch that thing below, and not so much. I think I'm going to replay that. I feel like I can do better than that. Yeah, I know.
Take a listen. With luck, one of those people knows what became of Benjamin.
Alright, I feel like I can do much better than I did there. Probably falling right on top of the guys was not the best way to stay hidden. I'm just saying, you know, I've seen this before. You know what I mean? Like, I understand that. I think I have a sense of how these things operate, and not close enough.
I've asked the priors, but they all plead ignorance.
Bugger that! They're lying!
Aye. Well, what can I do? Threats light off them and I'll not deign to grovel.
Actions speak louder than words, my friend. Arrest one and put him in stocks. See if he's so glib then.
To do so without cause will set them singing songs about us. Last thing the city needs is town criers complaining about our abuse of authority.
And forget it. The crime is done. The killer's gone. Those who know won't share their secrets. If the city wishes to harbor scoundrels, let them pay the price for it.
Okay.
Ha.
Analyze clues to reduce the locate zone, huh? Let's see. What time is it? For another couple hours anyway, Adam. Definitely another couple hours. Hold on one second, actually. Okay. Alrighty, let's see. So I was supposed to grab onto them, and it didn't happen. Aha!
way or another, the debt would be settled. I don't envy the man. These green times ahead.
Well, what do you think they're planning?
All I know is it can't be good.
Probably looking for a nice, quiet place to do the deed. From what I hear tell, his work usually involves quite a bit of screaming.
Which reminds me, we'd best not buy any meat on the way.
Good call, that.
Yeah. I eavesdropped on a moving group of guards. Did not fail that eavesdrop. Very nice. I kind of like that that it shows you the range within which you've got to be.
I asked if I could help, and they waved me away. Insisted it was all under control. How odd. Did they say what had happened? No. Only that it was a trifling matter, and he'd be returned home soon. There was some blood, though, so I wonder if it wasn't more serious than they let on. Where were they taking him? Towards the hilltop. Perhaps there's a doctor at the fort.
Yeah.
We'll just have to show it.
See, Charles? We'll have church in no time, just as I said we would.
If I might ask, sir, where did you learn to do all this?
It is a requirement when you are raised in the manner that I was. Perception is fundamental to the Order. It guides the feet when running and climbing, informs the hands when striking and fighting. But most important, it transforms the senses, and we begin to know the world in a different way.
Expressing sincere condolences to the Brown family, Mr. Owen would like to remind the city
Okay.
Careful. The place is well guarded. We need to slip past them.
Where? Where?
The watch won't appreciate such bravado.
Hold it.
Stop.
The guard was due for trouble with us. Let's go.
I want to sheathe my sword, please. Thank you. That's what I was trying to do. I feel like the targeting isn't very specific. Like, it's not... It doesn't actually show me, okay, here's the targeting spot. Like, here's the space. It's hard to know what I'm targeting and what I'm not. Here, follow me, because I don't think that's done right. Or, you know, get in that thing, because that's fine. Okay. Animus database. Fort Hill and South Battery. Fort Hill is the second highest hill in Boston, if only it had tried harder when it was a little hillock, and overlooks Boston Harbor. Defenses were built here in the mid-70s, along with a smaller one-gun fortification near the harbor named the South Battery. The South Battery was expanded in the 1740s, but had fallen out of use by the 1760s. Both it and Fort Hill were rebuilt by the Patriots during the Revolutionary War, but both were dismantled before the turn of the century. Fort Hill, the hill itself, not the fortification, was leveled in the late 1860s to make room for more land, so it never realized its dream of becoming the highest hill in town. If that sounds familiar, it's because it happened to every hill in Boston. Hills are the natural enemies of Bostonians and always will be. Sure, that's fine, Grand Duke. See, so do I have this hiding place targeted or not? Because it looks to me like he's just standing there like an idiot. What the hell? Oh.
Trespasser, take
God
him down.
damn it.
Be off. Well, you've certainly got a nerve, you bastard.
Sigh.
Full of your life.
So much for remaining undetected.
Trespasser, take him down.
Screw off. There. Now, can I target that? Yes.
Hurry!
Great. That's not what I meant to do.
Hi. Yes. Best lie low.
Reach the warehouse thing undetected. Hey, what's up, Savage Soul? Come on, follow me. This undetected thing didn't work anyway. You're telling me you can't climb this, right, Charles? Man.
I'll have to find the key. Wait here.
He's not one of the ones that have a key. No. Woo.
Here we are then.
Why must you always make these things so difficult, Benjamin? Merely provide me with recompense, and all shall be forgiven.
I'll not pay for protection I don't need.
Clearly, you do require protection. Else we wouldn't be here. How very gauche. Now, what shall we do about our guest?
Maybe I'll take his hands. Put an end to his surgery. Maybe I'll take his tongue. Put an end to his waggling. Or maybe I'll take his cock. Put an end to his fucking us.
So many options. I can't possibly decide. Take all three.
No, hold a moment. Perhaps I was hasty in refusing you earlier.
I'm so very sorry, Benjamin. But that door has closed.
Be reasonable, Silas.
I rather think I was. But you took advantage of my generosity. I won't be made a fool a second time.
Troubling.
I fear I lack the constitution to bear witness to such barbarism. Come find me when you're finished, Cutter.
You'll regret this, Silas, do you hear me? I'll have your head!
No. I rather think you won't.
Whoa.
Very proud to have raised a specimen like yourself. Quiet now. I need to concentrate on me work.
Wow, this guy's no joke. Silas Thatcher was the nephew of a well-to-do London merchant who purchased a commission for him in the British regulars when he was quite young. He was sent to the colonies in 1750, poor man, when he was posted at the defenses along Boston Neck. You won't be surprised to learn that Thatcher had a mean streak. Few men wanted to serve under him, which might be what led to him being posted in Boston in the first place. Living in the colonies was regarded as something akin to exile at the time. Actually, good to think of it, not much has changed. Men who advanced under Thatcher's command were noted for their cruelty, like his personal assistant Cutter, which even you might have guessed is a nickname, meaning one who likes to cut things, preferably people. Not what I look for in a PA, but there you go. At the time, pay in the army was notoriously bad, and soldiers would often pick up odd jobs in their spare hours to make ends meet. This made them rather unpopular in Boston, where unemployment was rather high. However, Thatcher found something he enjoyed much more, demanding protection money from merchants in Boston. Not only that, but he dabbled in theft, fencing stolen goods, and the slave trade, a real Renaissance man, capturing the local indigenous people and selling them off to the highest bidder, which is what he was doing when Hatham found him. Very cool. Hold on one sec, guys. My phone is dying. I gotta get the charger. Okay. Cool. All right. All right, so I got to get up and assassinate these dudes.
Here, a little bit from there. Make myself a nice keepsake, I will. You're absolutely mad. Just like all good artists. Ruffian. Commoner's dirt, Cutter. And proud of it. Maybe you'll get lucky and pass
What the hell are
out.
you doing?
So I dare say I'll do my best to ensure that doesn't happen. Just a quick little swipe and no more is. How's that sound, Mr. Church? At least I'll be spared more of your inane prattle. Hold still a minute. I gotta decide where to start. You're a ruffian. Commoner's dirt, Cutter. And proud of it. Your parents must be so very proud to have raised a specimen like yourself. Quiet now. I need to concentrate on me work. Just a quick little swipe and no more is. How's that sound, Mr. Church? At least I'll be spared more of your inane prattle. Hold still a minute.
Damn it, Charles.
I gotta decide where to start. A little bit from here, a little bit from there. Make myself a nice keepsake.
Oh, nice, Charles.
You're absolutely mad. Just like all good artists. Maybe you'll get lucky and pop.
Maybe you'll die. Okay, that worked out. Hey, what's up, Geek Beam? Welcome in, man.
Who are you?
Hatham Kenway, at your service.
Yeah, no hurry.
I don't understand. Why are you here?
Walk with me, Mr. Church, and all will be explained.
I did. I didn't know Charles was going to get the other guy. I almost got full sync. What? Where's this almanac page? God, here we go again. This stupid almanac page. I miss that thing all the time. This is a blind run. This is a blind playthrough.
Johnson's told me what you intend. As it happens, the man who held me is the same one that you seek. His name is Silas Thatcher.
Not necessarily,
That fancy lad
Jedi.
is our slaver.
Don't let his velvet tongue deceive you. A crueler and more vicious creature I've never known.
What can you tell me of his operation?
He hosts at least 100 men, more than half of whom are redcoats.
All this for some slaves?
Hardly. The man's a commander in the King's troop, in charge of the Southgate Fort.
We need to find a way inside. Let me think on it. In the meantime, I'll attend to our final recruit.
John Pitcairn's our man. I'll take you to him.
Yeah, this is a blind playthrough. I've never played this before. I've played all the ACs up to this. AC1, AC2, AC Brotherhood, AC Revelations, and even AC Bloodlines. So, hey! What's your problem, punk?
State your business.
New recruit.
More kindling for the pyre, eh? Well, go on then.
How'd you manage that?
Did you forget, sir? My commission is with General Braddock. When I'm not attending to you, of course.
Copp's Hill Battery. Copp's Hill is one of the tallest hills in Boston and the highest point in Boston's North End. The hill was fortified during the siege of Boston, partly to discourage rebels from building their own fortifications across the river in the Charlestown Peninsula. The artillery on Copp's Hill fired on the Continental Army during the Battle of Bunker Hill. Well, sort of. There was actually a bit more distraction than destruction, at least at the Breed's Hill fortifications. The artillery fire in the town of Charleston was more effective. The resulting fires forced out Continental Army snipers and leveled the town. Nice. Who's the deal with John Pitcairn? In 1754, John Pitcairn was a young captain in the British Marine Corps. He fought in the French and Indian War, but I can't find much about his postings. He's listed as being on the HMS Lancaster during the capture of Louisbourg, that's in Canada. No record of him being on the American side of the colonies, but it seems he did some covert work as well. That would explain the lack of details. Pitcairn was promoted to major in 1771, and he gained a reputation for being well-liked by his subordinates and praised by his enemies. That's a difficult trick to pull off. Maybe he had a lovely smile.
Pitcairn, you fool! Your acts are treacherous. Give me one good reason. I shouldn't kill you right now. Were you planning to announce yourself, or did you hope my men
Sir,
wouldn't notice your
if
arrival?
you'll allow me to explain.
Ho ho! By all means. I should like very much to hear this.
I have not deserted, sir. I am here under Commander Amherst's orders.
Show me a letter bearing his seal, and you might be spared the gallows.
I have no such thing. The nature of my work, sir.
It's the sort of thing best not put to paper.
Hatham.
General Braddock?
I suppose I shouldn't be surprised. Wolves often travel in packs.
Master Pitcairn won't be here for but a few weeks. I shall return him to his proper post once our work is finished.
The devil's work, no doubt. It's bad enough my superiors have insisted I grant you use of Charles. But they said nothing about this traitor. You'll not have him.
Edward, listen to reason.
We're done here. See these gentlemen out.
These British regulars look like absolute clowns.
Well, that didn't go as I expected.
And to think I used to call him brother.
What now? They'll chase us off if we try and return.
We're done with this camp. And as luck would have it, so are they. Come along.
What are you planning?
To steal Master Pitcairn.
What?
You'll see. Now, when I give the signal, you're to distract Braddock's patrol and lure them into a dead end.
Let's find out who this Braddock guy is. Edward Bulldog Braddock was the Major General placed in charge of British troops at the beginning of the French and Indian War, probably because he had a nickname like Bulldog. Yes, probably. Braddock was serving as the acting governor of Gibraltar when he received the command in North America. He was given control of 2 regiments of regulars and assigned to win back Fort Duquesne from the French, known as the Braddock Expedition, as part of a larger attack on the French colonies in the continent. Braddock had been well liked as the governor in Gibraltar, but things changed once he reached North America. He had been known for keeping strict order among his troops, but it seems he went beyond that into brutality. He gained a reputation for being quick-tempered and cruel. He also displayed a contempt for non-British soldiers that alienated the colonial militia he was trying to recruit. So a cruel, racist bulldog then. They're my least favorite type of bulldog. Braddock took a bullet to the chest during a battle in 1755, rumor has it from one of his own soldiers, which is a job hazard when you're nasty to the people around you when they all have guns. Sounds like the bulldog may have been put down. I love this history.
Duke of Newcastle promotes Major General Edward Braddock.
This is known today as the Old North Church because it's the oldest church in the north end of Boston, but up to 1776 it would have been known by its official name, Christ Church, named after Jesus Christ, a former celebrity carpenter. This is where, on the night of Paul Revere's ride, 2 signal lanterns appeared to warn rebels on the opposite shore that the British regulars were on their way to seize weapons. The signal was Paul Revere's idea, but contrary to popular belief, the lamps weren't to signal sent to Revere. They were meant to warn lookouts on the opposite shore in case Revere was captured. This church was a natural choice for a signal flame. It was the highest steeple in Boston and easily seen from the other side of the river. Even better, the church was Anglican. The congregation was full of wealthy loyalists. Who would suspect the church sexton, Robert Newman, a friend of Revere's, of sneaking into the church at night to send secret messages? Well, the British would, actually. They captured Newman a few days later and questioned him. He put on a terrific show and managed to convince them he was innocent, and then fled town, which didn't really back up the whole innocent thing very well at all.
Counter-strike. The Boston Gazette humbly proposes.
Perhaps Don Marlborough?
No.
It's one of Lynn or Ship Street.
Yes. Those fresh arrived are often soon in dire straits. They're more likely to seize upon an opportunity to fatten their purses and feed their young.
I'd be interested to get rid of this guy. Easy, Charles. I like how he punches me in the face. Like, get out of my way. I'm like, no, you get out of the way. On you go, Braddock. On you go. Welcome to everybody in the stream, by the way, who's new. My name is Arvin Elleron. I play a lot of different games. Role-playing games and story and narrative-based games tend to be my focus. So, a game like Assassin's Creed fits the bill on the story side. Yeah, I've played a bunch of these. I'm going to be playing Divinity Original Sin, probably co-oping it with another streamer called Series Runner. Yes, if you'd like to see in here, please follow.
Oi! You thieves and scoundrels, one and all! Fie on you and your false war!
We know not who has prescribed our trade. After him!
No. God, every Assassin's Creed ever has that same problem.
Unhand him, Edward. You again.
Let us go. And John Pitcairn with us.
I will not have my authority challenged.
Nor I.
Put them all in chains.
Yes, baby. going on, sweet?
I wanted to say goodnight to you, and also I found a lot of fireflies. I saw a lot of them.
You saw a lot of what? Fireflies? Oh, awesome.
I counted to 10, then I went to 11, then I went to 12, and then I went to 13.
That is a lot of fireflies. So you counted 13 fireflies. And were they all flying around you?
No, they're just into the garden, and then that neighbor's garden.
In the backyard. That's cool. Very cool. I think my chat is back. Sorry, guys. I'm just saying goodnight to my daughter. Okay, so the fireflies were fun. Did they say anything to you? They say, here we are.
Well, I guess we brought them out by spraying water.
Oh, yeah? Where'd you spray the water?
Mommy, we need to water the plants.
That's cool. Thank you for saying goodnight and for telling me that story. And tomorrow we're going to do this.
And then tomorrow night, I'm gonna watch the stars and try to count as many fireflies as I can.
Sounds good. I'd like to do that.
Gotta do it.
I am. Tomorrow I'm going to be with you guys whole day.
How about whole night?
And whole night, too. Whole day and night until you go to bed. Tomorrow. Mice and Mystics, and then hanging out, and then stars, fireflies, and then you'll go to bed. Sound good? I love you.
Anyway, what game are you playing?
I'm playing a game called Assassin's Creed 3, which is a very adult game.
Well, I saw that sword.
I know, but you just saw the sword, that was all.
I saw them attack a little.
Yeah, you saw him attack a little? Oh, it's so funny. Hey, Dragon, what's up, man? Hey, Duty Calls. Yeah, she's like, I saw the sword, and I saw them attack a little. I'm like, mm-hmm.
Dragon?
Yes, his name is Dragon.
I thought it was dragon.
No, Dragon. What's up, everybody? That was funny. She's like, I saw the sword. Like, man.
I stayed.
I guess I didn't see the snitches.
Once my brother.
Hey, what's up, Polar?
A better man than this. Or should our paths ever cross again, all debts will be forgotten. You're free now, John.
Traitor! Go on then. Join them on their fool's errand. And when you find yourself lying...
I assume you've good reason for causing all this madness. What is it you require of me?
I'll explain everything on the way.
All will be well as long as she has her unicorn wand. It's very true. All right. That was almost full sync, except I lost the snitch thing. It's all right, though. Ah, no, it's not lost. I'm right there. Oh my god, this almanac page. I was right there. I deny it. I deny that fact. I do not accept the canon that I somehow missed the almanac page. Do not accept it. Yeah, it should be Polar. It should be on iTunes, absolutely, under the Drift album. And I think it's available as a single through iTunes. I'm pretty sure it is. Infiltrating Southgate. Alright, let's chat with these guys first.
If I may, I was curious about your past with Braddock. You two clearly have a history.
Edward was one of us.
Approaches everything, I guess so.
I considered him a close friend. He was brave and bold in ways few men are. But everything changed at the siege of Bergen op Zoom. We had lost the fortress to the French, and were in the midst of egress. There was a skiff hidden at the port with which we planned to make our escape. As we drew near, a young man and his family came upon us, begging for safe passage. I consented, but Edward refused. The young man called him Craven then.
Oh, that's cool.
So
Hi,
Edward
Morris.
killed him and all the rest.
Welcome in, Morris. Page will go by again. All right.
To this day, I don't know why. Was this the first time he'd struck out? Or had I simply never seen it before? Either way, things were never the same after that. We campaigned together a few more times, but each outing was more disturbing than the last. He killed. Enemy or ally, civilian or soldier.
Ah, brutal.
Guilty or innocent. It mattered not. If he perceived one to be an obstacle, they died. He maintained that violence was a more efficient solution.
This game's a
Became
masterpiece.
his
Welcome in,
mantra.
Vexelamod.
And it broke my heart.
That's cool. I'm looking forward to playing through
I
it.
had no idea.
He hides it well, and intimidates into silence any who discover him. Those who persist have a tendency to find misfortune.
And we should stop him.
Good voice acting in here.
I suppose you're right. But I
Icarus is
maintain a
coming
foolish
along well.
hope
I
that
just
he
did a
might
panel
yet
on
be
it
saved
yesterday
and
at
brought back
Comic-Con,
round to
actually,
reason.
Polar, Philly Comic-Con.
I know. It's a silly thing to believe that one so drenched in death might suddenly change.
I'm sorry to have brought this up. It was not my intent.
Nonsense. We are brothers now. There should be no secrets between us.
When
Anything?
I know something, you'll know something.
Okay.
So, a question for you. Why medicine?
I'm supposed to tell you I care for my fellow man.
I like the fact that I'm gathering these people together.
I
It's pretty cool.
chose this path
Like I'm gathering all the American Revolutionary types.
the greater good.
Are these things not true?
Perhaps, but that's not what guided me. No. For me, it was a less abstract thing. I like money.
Good to see everyone today. I hope you enjoy this, my blind playthrough.
There are other paths to fortune.
It went very well, actually, Jedi. Very well.
What better
But I couldn't stream it because there's no Wi-Fi in the room, so
Nothing
unfortunately.
else is as precious nor so desperately craved. And no price is too great for the man or woman who fears an abrupt and permanent end.
Your words are cruel, Benjamin.
But true as well.
You took an oath to help people, did you not?
I abide the oath, which makes no mention of price. I merely require compensation, fair compensation, for my services.
And if they lack the required funds?
Then there are others who will serve them. Does a baker grant free bread?
This guy's a peach.
Does the tailor offer a dress to the woman who cannot?
There's a little bit of trouble with audio sync in this game, I've noticed, where my conversation,
You
like
said
when
it
I say
yourself.
something, it's a little off from when the
Nothing
next
is more
person
precious than
responds.
life.
So, I don't know.
Indeed. All the more reason one should ensure they have the means to preserve it.
Whoa. That pop in, though. All right.
I hope you and the General find a way to patch things up.